I recently visited my brother and noticed he had a few freshly milled walnut slabs, so I took a few with me. And with the change of seasons in the air, it seemed like a good idea to make a coat rack. Thank you, Stanley. Still square after all these years. With everything sanded and square, it was time to move on to the hooks. And I knew just the place to look for that: the cutoff bins. Easily one of my favorite tools to use in the wood shop is a bandsaw. I find that I'll use this tool almost every day, and if it can be cut here, it's my preferred choice. And if I were starting from scratch collecting tools for a shop, I would have to say that a bandsaw would be towards the top of the list. So when I was designing these hooks, I knew that I wanted a little variety. So I picked a few thin pieces and a few thick pieces. As I started laying everything out, I really felt like staggering each one was the right way to go. And that's what I stuck with. So after everything was lined up, I felt like dowels were a good way to keep things secure while I pre-drilled everything from the back of the board. So there are 3 things holding these hooks on. You have a dowel, you have glue, and then I put 2 screws on the back to hold each hook in. Super clean from the front, and with everything marked out just right, it ends up looking really clean on the back too. Now, I don't want anybody to hang a coat on this hook and for some reason it break. So, when testing this hook, I used 2 kettlebells and they added up to 115 pounds. And if anybody has a 120-pound coat, I'm fairly certain these hooks will stand up to the test. So anytime I do a project like this, one of my go-to finishes is a 3-part mix. And I'll use General Finishes oil-based satin poly, and I'll do 50% of that. And then I'll do 25% Danish oil, or you could use tung oil, and then 25% linseed oil. You can use this finish on tables, any kind of furniture. It's really easy to apply. I'll basically just use this brush and saturate the whole thing. Let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll just wipe it off. After that dries, I'll use a little steel wool, and then I'll apply a paste wax and buff that out. Honestly, it's a really hard to beat finish. And just remember, walnut wooden coat racks will always rock. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, take care from the wood plank.